Hi everyone, my name's Rebecca and welcome back to My Bookish Travels. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Fae's Bride by R.L. Medina. I'm going to keep this spoiler free because I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this story and I think more should read it. So the first thing I want to mention is the absolutely beautiful cover. So I thought this was stunning when I first saw it. It is very soothing and eye-appealing. I love the stack of books. I love the strawberries. I love the old style coffee pot maker. Well, probably not a coffee pot maker, but a coffee pot. And it just really drew me in. I love the cover. I love the synopsis. I'm not going to read the synopsis to you guys because I think it is worded and written so well. In the description box below is the Goodreads link, so go and check out the synopsis there. But I didn't realize till probably about halfway, almost halfway through the book, how every single part of this cover resonated with specifics in the story. It was so good. Also, I didn't realize until I got to the end and I read the acknowledgements. I know some people don't. I do. I just really enjoy reading anything additional that's in the story. Her husband actually drew and designed this cover, and I just have to really give a shout out and commend him. The cover design is beautiful. It's stunning. I've seen the covers for the second and third book. Beautiful. I love them. I actually want to purchase all of these in physical edition so that I can have them on my shelf because I think these are conversation covers. They're just very eye appealing, and I think more people would be like, I need to read this. What is this? This cover is gorgeous. It definitely gets a lot of love in my book. So thank you for creating such an amazing cover. So I have 3 points that I want to discuss with you guys. As I said, I'm going to keep this completely spoiler free. The first one is the actual writing. So the pacing is really well done. The writing, you can tell, has had a lot of effort put into the words that were chosen and the direction the story took. I just really loved that. And I love the fact that there's a lot of connection throughout the story. So it's not like something's been put in there just for a plot point or a plot development. There's a reason and a purpose for it. And it just worked so well. And I really enjoyed this writing. I found that it flowed off the page really well. And it just made me so happy reading this story because I could shut off my brain when I was reading. I could focus on the story taking place on the page, and I love when that happens. When something is really well written, that happens to me. I just shut off everything going on around me and I'm fully immersed in the story as if I'm a character standing there living it with all the characters. So loved it. The next thing I wanted to discuss is the world. The world is the perfect mixture of the film Howl's Moving Castle and a fantasy game and like a small town, countryside, Italian setting. Beautiful. I loved it. Zamora, if it was real, I would be looking to move there yesterday because I loved it. I loved getting to see the fact that we had different villagers that came into play. I didn't feel that we got overwhelmed by the villagers, even though there are a number of them, and they were more of those minor characters. They could become major later on in the story, but I didn't feel like I got overwhelmed being like, oh, who's this person again? I don't remember. So I think the adding in new characters worked really well, but in general, for the world, it just was lovely. Zamora was so well built. I can't wait to see the world expanded and developed further because Zamora is, I feel like it's this world that could magically change overnight, and you don't necessarily even see that change unless somebody's come that's from out of town. They're like, oh, this is different. And everybody else is like, no, it's not. It's fine. And you're just like, are you gaslighting me right now? And the villagers are like, no, we're not. It's fine. It's just the Mara. Like, I feel like that is kind of the vibe you get when you see this world. Now, dealing with the characters, what's really great about it is I feel like our 2 main characters for the dual POV are brilliant. So we have Alicia, who is our main female lead. She is the eldest Silveri's sister, which, that's what this series is called, Silveri's Sisters. And she has a lot of responsibility. And I feel like it's the same with Massimo. Massimo is our male lead. He is a fae who ends up becoming a count. And it's not necessarily the responsibility he expected to have, and now he's got that. So the 2 of them, with their responsibilities, it felt very much realistic. It didn't feel like it was forced upon. As I said, nothing felt like it was done as a plot point or a plot development. It was done solely because that's kind of what happened with the story. It just led into that happening in the story. Like, it really feels like this story led the author to write and not the author writing the story. Does that make sense? That's truly how it felt when I was reading The Fae's Bride. So for me, I like the fact that the characters both have their own internal struggles that are taking place, as well as their own external struggles. And just seeing everything come together was magnificent. I love the fact that the author took the time to work through things so it didn't just end up with something being there and you're like, wait, what happened next? Now, yes, there is a Duchessa that I'm curious to know more about, but I feel like that is going to come into play later in the story. I feel like this was really good with the author focusing on our characters, focusing on kind of the other characters that kind of circulated around them, but really kept the focus honed on them. I do want to say I'm so excited to read the next one because of the fact that I think Massimo's friend Dante is very intriguing, and what I was feeling at the start, I feel like that is what kind of led into book 2, and I am excited to see where that leads. I love the fact that there is room to grow and expand this world with each of the Silveri sisters kind of finding their person, finding their expansion of their world. I'm going to stop it here. I hope that you guys are intrigued enough to go and pick up this story. It is well worth it, but I wanted to make sure that you guys heard about this amazing story because it was definitely a 5-star read for me. It gave me everything I wanted and more, and there you have it. If you guys need a new book to read and you like fantasy and you like cozy and you kind of like the Howl's Moving Castle vibe and you need something more, definitely check this book out. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you then. Bye!